here. Hope all is well. Where are we? 344 on this 50-pound weight loss journey. I have to laugh because most people that lose like 100 or 50 pounds and you look at it on YouTube and it's like, lost 100 pounds in 6 months, or 8 months, or 50 pounds in 4 months. But you don't see many guys that are doing like lose 50 pounds and he's into day 344 with absolutely no end in sight. I will say though, I'm at that weight where I actually I feel pretty good about myself. And now it's not just feeling good about yourself, it's about moving yourself to your real self. And not going to get deep on that, but it's a journey. And then, when I was younger, the way I looked at it was, okay, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. And like I say, I've done it 4, 5, 6 times. And every time I did it, the minute I got there, it almost felt like, or it did feel like, oh, I can eat anything I want. I'm lower now. And then it's like you give yourself this freedom. Next thing you know, up you're at 25, 30, 45 pounds again. So at this stage, it's very different how I feel right now, because it's like, don't get crazy, eat properly, but a big part of it is fitness. And I'll tell you why fitness is important. And I don't believe, I used to, but I don't now believe that it's the calorie counting. When you do fitness, you always think, or I did, oh man, I'm burning like 700 calories, so I can eat 700 calories more than I had before. That's how I used to think. And I used to think that up to like a week ago, maybe even like 5 days ago. I don't believe that anymore. What I believe is that when you start working out and being healthy, and this is what I've realized, but only because I've done it for so long. When I was aspiring to do something, a race, it could be a 10K, 5K, half Ironman, full Ironman, whatever. The minute that you focus on something that's physical, whether it's lifting weights, running, it doesn't matter. It could be just, I want to run 10K, I want to run 5K. It doesn't matter. Just a physical objective. The minute you do that is the minute that like it's a byproduct of weight. Nobody is gonna, and it's got to be physical, some exertion. So let's say I want to ride this year. I want to do a 100-mile bike ride. You're going to train for 8 to 10 weeks. Or I want to do a marathon, and you're going to train for, half a year, whatever. The minute that you latch on to something that has a bit of a contest to it, a bit of a challenge to it, that's physically related, the minute you do that, you're constantly going to be thinking about eating properly, and it's going to force you to stay in shape. There's no way that you're going to sign up for a marathon and you're going to run those, long Sunday runs of 2, 3, 4 hours and then just lie on the couch when you get home and start eating bonbons or whatever. That's Al Bundy reference, Peg and her bonbons. So there's no way. So part of like with the vlog that I have is you're seeing it. And the reason I bring it up is because Damien brought it up. Seems like you don't worry about the weight so much. It's the fitness stuff. And it got me thinking, I had never thought of it that way. And that's exactly the way that I look at it. How do you stay physical? How do you do a goal? And when you get the goal, it kind of keeps you in the straight and narrow. And it's when you don't have a goal, that's when, what does it matter? Eat another potato chip, burger, whatever, right? But so my point being that life is a journey. If you want to maintain it, which I can't say I'm an expert, and all the people that say they're experts, they're not experts. If they're, when you're 30 years old, saying all the stuff that you learned from, university or college and all this sort of stuff about, just you got to maintain that, nah. You know what? Give me someone who's like 75 years old, has lost and gained weight like 20 times. She looks good now, but she's still smoking a cigarette and hacking a bit. Like, give me someone who's real, that's been through the trenches, not somebody who's like read books and all that sort of stuff. Give me one of those. And then I'll take her advice. What would that advice be? And if it was me giving the advice, which is basically, I'm only 20 years away from being that haggard son of a gun. My advice is, and I'm still working at it, and you're watching it. My advice is set a goal. Don't put the stupid pressure on yourself, like, oh, I gotta do it, and if not, I failed. Like, you know what? This is weight loss, man. What this is basically emotions. The way you feel, where you're at in your life, could make you really plump. And then when you like really feel like you're totally together and all that, you feel thinner. It's just, that's the way, nobody feels thin unless anybody that was heavier that goes thin never goes, oh, I hate myself. And nobody thin says that, right? And nobody, I shouldn't say people heavier may say they love themselves, and that's awesome too. Hey, accept your fatness. It's an option. It's an absolute option. You don't have to lose weight. You don't have to get thin. You don't have to do that. You actually have an option where you could say, hey, you know what? I like my puffy cheeks. I like my big belly. I like, the way my feet, just the straps on my sandals allow my feet to bubble out, or the skin to bubble out. Yeah, you could do that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Actually, it probably takes more courage to just say, hey, I'm going to live in this world. And that's the bottom line. And it's totally cool. Then the other side, for me, I was living in there and it was all right. But you know what, I'm married and we never talked about it, but I don't think it was all right for her. I shouldn't say that. She's not like that at all. It's probably just another thing in my head that figures, motivation, you need to, she's not a slouch and fat slug, so why are you a slug and fat slouch? At least get back to that level playing field. Anyway, that's it for me. Not eating well. Had a few beers, as you could probably tell. And over and out, living pain. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.